Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. First off, I had somebody message me and they said that they're having trouble hearing me. I went into my settings and looked, and I did find that the microphone in the settings for my laptop was not at 100%. It was at like 80%. So I cranked the rest of the way up. So I hope if anybody had trouble hearing me, they don't have that problem anymore. Um, and also I turned the volume down kind of in the game so that me talking is not getting overrun by the bangs and booms and motors and everything else of the tanks, or them saying, up when you're loaded and whatnot. So, anyways, this is obviously a ranked battle, um, and the reason I made this video, and you're gonna see in a minute. Well, once I get over here and start engaging targets, you're gonna see why. In my personal opinion, I think this might be kind of the downfall of ranked battles, or what's going to make it fail. If anybody's played, let me make sure this is down. If anybody has played ranked battles, it's a gold slingathon, premium rounds left and right, and I'm just as guilty as anybody else. Actually, um, I shot literally in this match. I shot all 14 of my premium rounds, all 4 of my HE rounds, and started dwindling down on my regular AP rounds. I had it set to go from APCR, my premium rounds, to my AP rounds, but literally, I kid you not, I think out of those 14 premium shots, not including the ones I missed, I probably only penned 3 of those. This was literally a pitiful match for me, damage-wise. Reason being, for one, everybody knows your APCR and your AP rounds at distance lose penetration. So let's say the penetration for this APCR round is 315. Okay, that's like literally at within 50 meters. You get at this distance where it's about, I'm guessing 200 meters, give or take. It's no longer at what did I say? 315. Yeah, 315. It's now down to probably right about two. I'm guessing about 260, maybe. Maybe it could be a little more, could be a little less. And you're not going to be able to pen most of these tanks at that distance. And now heat, on the other hand, that's why you'll see here that the Mosses, they're still bouncing off me left and right. I ended up bouncing. Oh, and by the way, I had some lag issues with this match, and so if you see my turret doing some real funky stuff, or if I'm just sitting there and you're like, "What the hell is he doing?" That's due to the lag issue. Okay, back to the point. This is where I saw a Tu-110E5 and an IS-7 just nonchalantly cruising up to our base right here. So I decided I need to turn around, get up there, and try helping them. But as I was saying now, I ended up bouncing several shells from their Yagzella, a lot of shells from their Mosses, pretty much just about. Well, I ended up bouncing, I think it was, don't quote me, it was around, I think almost 14,000 damage bounced by the use of my armor. I did have it at a pretty good angle, but at that distance, it's your rounds. Well, they have heat, and the Mosses. Oh, no, they have APCR for their premium. I'm sorry, like the E100 has heat. Anything that was shooting heat there had a better chance of penetrating at that distance because the heat rounds don't lose penetration value at distance, whereas your AP and your APCR rounds do. So basically, we're slinging premium rounds back and forth at each other and just blowing credits off because at that distance, we're just not going to pen each other. I actually get hit by the Yagzella, like I said, I think 4 or 5 times, and I believe he might have penned me one time. I might be wrong. He might not have penned me at all. I think he penned me one time. Yeah, it's just with everybody slinging, premium rounds like this, and I mean this match, I do have the after action results, and you'll have to forgive some of these shots like that. I mean, what you're seeing now, it kind of looked like I just aimed behind him and shot, but my lag, I started getting real bad lag, and if you watch the barrel of the tank here in a little bit, it starts like doing this tweaky thing. So I was missing, just completely missing shots that I should not have been missing. Um, but anyways, back to the point, what I was saying about the everybody slinging gold. I mean, like this match, I think I lost. Oh, jeez, I'm crying. It was like 60 some thousand credits. It was a lot. I lost a lot of credits. This shot here in a second, this IS-4 is coming up here, and it looks like I shot him intentionally, but I honest to God didn't. I let it shrink in, and I did shoot him. I didn't mean to. Now, I pull up here, and what I was going to do was, use this tank for some cover and say, hey, dude, I was sorry. And you'll see, I'm just kind of sitting here, and he just shot me in the back of the turret. My own teammate shot me in the back of the turret, and then he starts ramming me. As I'm typing to him saying, dude, it was an accident. I'm sorry. I looked this dude up. Come to find out, he's the freaking commander of, it's a pretty well-known clan. 11 AD. It's a big clan. Yeah, I just said, I can't go back and read it. I said it was an accident. I'm sorry, dude. I mean, honest to God, I just shitty lag, and I didn't mean to shoot him. Pops around right in the back of my turret. I mean, and you can see my turret flinging right now. See how it's just going twink, twink, twink. It was an honest to God accident. It's not. I didn't do it on purpose. And the commander. I mean, if their commander is gonna shoot you in the back of the turret, here I'm typing to him. Here. At one point I stopped down the hill a little bit. See, I said IS-4, sorry, but lagging like fuck. Did not mean to shoot you. Sorry. And then I get down by this rock here in a little bit, and it was lagging so bad, I actually exited out of the game, looked to see what the hell if something was running in the background, or what was going on to make it lag. Didn't see anything, got back in, and I think I typed something. Right here. It just started lagging so bad. You guys aren't seeing the full effect of how bad this lag was. It looks like it's a nice, smooth running tank, but to me, I'm trying to go left and right, and it's going straight. I go to stop, and it's still going. But anyway, so back to the issue at hand about the premium rounds like this getting slung and you're losing 60. I mean, I heard people saying they've lost 70, 80,000 friggin' credits. Yeah, I said something about I would have had 441 more hit points if IS-4 wouldn't have shot me on purpose. And it comes down to it. He's lucky that I was able to bounce as much as I did, because it was a pretty close match. It ended up being really, really close. And so anyways, in order, I think, to save, because I like playing this mode. I really do. I like playing the ranked battles a lot. I like playing my random battles a lot. I like the random battles because that works towards my win rate and my overall stats for the tank. This version, the ranked battles, if you go in there and you get one shot off, do no damage, and get butt raped, it does not count against you at all for your stats. See right there, I got penned by, let's see, HE shell from a Moss. They started slinging HE. I don't know if they just figured out, they're not going to be able to pen stuff from that distance, or maybe he was running out of shells. I don't know. I guess my point is I think they should do to kind of save this mode, because I really do like it, would be to, one, do one of the two things. Take premium rounds completely out of this mode, so you have just your standard round. If your standard round's AP, or if your standard round is APCR, that or heat. I know, I don't think any of the tier 10s get heat as their premium round. I know there's a couple tier 4s that get like heat for their premium and their standard round, but I don't think any of the bigger tanks, if I remember right, get heat as their standard round. I'm almost 99.99999% positive. No one gets heat as their standard round for tier 10s or 9s. Actually, I think the only tank I can think of off the top of my head is like a tier 3 or 4. One of the new Swedish tank destroyers gets heat as its standard and premium round. I don't think any of the big tier 9 any other tank actually gets heat as its standard round. So anyways, if they took the premium rounds out of here. For one, people aren't going to be losing money like crazy. Two, your armor will be armor, and people can't just press 2 and shoot right through you. Three, I just think it'll make it a little more fair all the way around, because not everybody's just going to be slinging heat, and not everybody wants to shoot premium rounds or premium APCR rounds. I mean, not everybody wants to lose 50,000 credits per match just to make sure they get that extra damage to be higher on the leaderboard. So, option one, take the premium rounds completely out of the match, so you have standard rounds only. The only problem you have there is if you have a tank like, let's say, the 100 that you run in this that has 246 pen. The standard round is 246 too, I believe. No, it's 258. It's the VK7201K that's got the same gun as E100. But, so let's say you play one of those two. Your standard round has 246 pen. You're going to have one bitch of a time trying to pen anything. At distance like this, you're going to lose. It's going to lose its momentum, and you're just going to bounce. So in turn, you're going to have to do more head-on heavy versus heavies, clash in close range versus heavy setting back here sniping like this. Yeah, see, I just bounced another round from the Yagzilla. I'm up to 9,170 bounced. I've only done 1,357 damage, and I've got 962 spotting damage. I couldn't penetrate anything. I just had one hell of a time penning anything that I was able to get shots off. At this distance, with a gun that's not that accurate, here I'm down to just standard rounds. And you can see, let me pause it real quick, see if I can get my mouse to not click 100 million times. You can see where I'm bouncing all these rounds. If I would have popped it on here a little bit earlier, you would have seen where I was getting hit with heat rounds, because I had a bunch of yellow all over the front of this. It looked like a bumblebee ran into the front of this. It was just completely all yellow. I guess option number 2 would be to leave the premium rounds in the game, in this version of the game, the ranked battles, but have them, I guess, cost less, but also do less damage. So if you got a standard round that does an average of 490 average damage, you shoot a premium round. The premium round will cost, let's say, a little less than even your standard round, but it will do, let's say, instead of 490 damage like your standard round would, it'll only do, let's say, 240, or that's really cutting it down quite a bit, maybe 260, 270, just for the simple fact that if they want to pen you that bad, they're not going to do 500, almost 500 damage, by clicking the 2 and drilling right through you every time. They'll probably still drill through you, and it's going to cost them less, but they're still not going to do 490, 500 damage. They're only going to do like 250 damage. That'll get a lot of people less likely to probably shoot, I would imagine. On this move right here, I said I'll take the hit, so that these guys, because they were both one shots, I said I'll take the hit. I wanted this guy gone, and I did take the hit. So we kind of boogie around him here, and I think he takes out one of these guys still. Did he end up taking out my... somebody took out the 215. But I ended up taking him out. I'm having trouble with my mouse. I clicked the mouse button once and it like triple clicks or something. I get hit by a T110E4 here in a minute, but it's a good thing. This is where it was a good thing. That guy that shot me, the commander of 11th AD there, whatever it was, he didn't light me on fire or ammo rack me, because, it's down to 3 or 4 of us left, and, we're all pretty low in hit points, but I had the most. If he would have lit me on fire for shooting me like that, or, because I accidentally shot him, the game could have been lost because of that. But, like I said, option 1, take premium rounds completely out of the match. Option 2, charge less for the premium rounds. They have more pen, but do half the damage, or, substantially less. instead of doing, like I said, 500, it would do, let's say, 250 or 260. So, they're going to have to shoot you twice to equal one shell of damage that they could pen you with the AP round, the standard round. I think that would be two options that, Wargaming could look at to really save this version of the game. Excuse me, because I really do like the ranked battles. I think it's a lot of fun. But like myself, anybody else that plays this, they don't probably like losing 50, 60, 70,000 credits every single match. I've tried playing matches where I shoot nothing but standard rounds, and all I do is bounce, 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 bounce. Because it's a long distance love affair with the super heavies, just sniping at each other, and they're not going to penetrate at long distance. So it would make those super heavies get in and really clash. I think it'd be a little more exciting too. It wouldn't be so stagnant like this. I mean, I sat at the end of that side of this mountain on the other side there for what, 95% of the match, bouncing rounds from the enemy team, and finally moved up when they were pretty much, we knew we were going to be able to take them. So the matches would be less stagnant, um, or take them all the way, like I said, take them all the way out. So you got standard rounds, or um, half the damage. A little bit less for them, but they do, like half the damage or close to half the damage. That's about the only two things I think that's really viable to, um, save this, version of the game. A lot of people like ranked battles. I really do. I like seeing my name on the leaderboard. I like gaining these little, stars and, progressing and, showing people who's better, stuff like that. It's just a lot of fun, and I'd hate to see it fail due to everybody slinging premium rounds and losing money, and then they start losing a butt ton of money, then they start complaining and getting pissed, and then they just quit playing this version of the game, and then why is Wargaming gonna keep trying to add maps to it or add stuff to this version of the game if no one's playing it? Because if you go to the casino every day for a week and you lose, let's say your check was $700. You go there every day with $100. You spend that $100 trying to win money and you lose Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You lose that whole $700. Are you going to go back the following week and do the same thing with that check? Hell no. If you got half a brain, you're going to be like, screw that. I need to pay my bills with that money. So why are you going to want to keep playing this mode if all you do is lose money? I can't even fathom not having a premium account where you make 50% more credits and stuff. If you had a standard account playing this, there's no way. You'd have to shoot standard rounds, or you will just completely, you'll end up, playing your tier ones just to earn credits so you can shoot 3 shells. I just think, they're going to have to do something, or it's going to end up failing. Just like, I can't remember what that mode was they had a few months back there that everybody was cheating and fixing matches to get the T22, um, whatever that was called. That was kind of the same thing. There was different reasons why that failed. I mean, I give Wargaming a pat on the back for, trying different things to keep the game fresh, keep it new, keep people interested, get more people to play the game. Because, like I've said in the past, I've got a ton of money invested in this game. I mean, lots, like probably, like I said before, $6,000, $7,000. And I'd hate to, really have this game just peter out to where no one's playing it and it just dies off and goes away. A lot of games that happens to. I used to play America's Army. It's a first-person shooter. I don't even know if that game's still around. It was a free-to-play game completely. You didn't pay for literally anything. It was put on by the U.S. government as a recruiting tool to get people to join the military. And you had to go through like basic training and do different, like learn how to put first aid kits on people, kind of just like real basic training that I went through when I was in the military. And it was a lot of fun, but it got old because they didn't come out with new maps. It just got stagnant. There was nothing new. It was the same maps, same weapons, same capture the flag stuff. And then so eventually, after playing that for about, I don't know, a year and a half, I just completely quit playing it because it just got boring. I'd go on there, kick ass, take names, and it just got old. Um, where this, they come out with these new modes, new tanks, new maps, new this, new that. It keeps it fresh, keeps it new, keeps it fun. So I'm willing to invest my money into it. It's like the way I look at it, some people are like, you're freaking nuts. You spent that much money on a game. It's also a hobby. I like collecting the tanks. I used to be in a tank unit. Um, I enjoy tanks just in general. I love tanks, and I like the way this game has always been kind of um, the road it's taken since I started playing this when it was released to the match I had just a little bit ago. I enjoyed this as much as I did the day I started playing it. I really do. I look forward to playing the game. And I look at it as if this is no different than somebody, and you probably think I'm nuts when I say this, but let's say somebody's building a hot rod car or a monster truck. Yeah, at the end they do have a hot rod car they can drive around town and a monster truck they can go crush their friend's car with. It's not like I can walk down Main Street with my laptop playing World of Tanks to show everybody my cool tanks. They'd probably think I'm a fucking idiot. But it's what I enjoy. It's what I enjoy doing, and I'm willing to spend the money on something I enjoy doing. Like somebody would enjoy building a hot rod or a monster truck. Everybody has their niches and what keeps them going day by day, basically. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you agree with me, I'm going to shoot Wargaming a message. Probably won't mean crap to them, but, if enough people shoot them a message and say, hey, let's just, maybe you should try making these changes. Maybe they'll listen to us for once and actually do something and, try something like that and, save a fun mode that everybody probably would like if they're not losing, 60, 70,000 credits per match. The other option I said, and the way it is now is you shoot standard rounds. That's it. But then you don't do damage. You don't make it in the top 12 if you're on the winning team, or the top three if you're on the losing team. Then you don't get on the leaderboard. Then you don't get all the goodies and all the extras and the bonuses and the awards and the bonds and stuff like that. So, take it for what it's worth. Anyways, you guys, take it easy, be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield. Alrighty, so the results there was I just couldn't penetrate anything. I tried shooting standard rounds and just bounce, bounce, bounce. Ended up shooting all my premium rounds. Still wasn't penning stuff because from that distance, the moss is like almost impenetrable. Moss is in order to pen him close up and personal, but also the PZ um, 7 there, the or PZ, what is this thing called? PZ7, right? Yeah, PZ7. Um, the twin to the VK7201K. Obviously, I bounced a shit ton of damage, like 13,000. Um, these tanks, the round as it, gets out there, peters out and has, starts out at, oh geez, 200 and what is it, 50, 200, 300 and 315 pen. But by the time at that distance it's hitting that moss, it's probably right down to about, well, let's see, I think it shows. So at 500 meters, it's already down to 270 millimeters of penetration. And he was probably, those were right about that distance, maybe. I'd say right about that distance. It's pretty darn close. And you're not going to pen, stuff from that distance. Obviously, they were shooting me and bouncing like crazy, but a couple of them hit me with heat or HE rounds. So it was just basically a bounce-a-thon. And that match, I specifically wanted to try shooting all standard rounds. But after bouncing, like 5, 6, whatever rounds, it's irritating. So you end up slinging gold. I lost a shit ton of money, 42,000 credits. I did make some extra because the idiot from their clan commander of all people in the IS4, this noob war gamer, reborn, or I think it's reborn or rebooted or something like that. He's a clan commander for 11th AD. The commander. I accidentally shot him. I was actually typing hey, sorry about that. Didn't mean to shoot you. It was a complete accident. Before I even got the thing finished, writing it out, the asshole shoots me in the back of the turret. That's the commander. I would love to see how he, trains his clan if it's all right to shoot people in a match if that accidentally shoots you. I mean, it wasn't like I did it on purpose. Obviously, he was bouncing back and forth trying to get a shot at that leopard, and I started getting really bad lag, you know, and it's like I'm sitting there typing to him, and he shoots me in the back of the turret. I mean, what a dick! Their commander. I mean, what kind of Jesus? The guy shouldn't be a commander of fucking anything if he's gonna go shooting people in the back of the turret when they accidentally shoot you. But yeah. So didn't do a lot of damage, obviously, because I just kept bouncing. I mean, I did 2,227 by the grace of God. I mean, look at this: 26, 26 shots, 19 hits, 6 penetrated. Only 6. Two. I hit 2 with some splash damage because I started slinging freaking HE at him because I couldn't pen him with the standard rounds. I actually set somebody on fire with one of the HE rounds. Um, Distance for more than 300 meters, which was most all of it, was 811 damage. Hits received, I got hit 30 times. 4 pen me, 26 bounced. 2 hits were result splash damage. I bounced 13,490 damage. That's the most I've ever bounced in any tank right there. Let's see. Damage 5, destroyed 2. Damage caused with my insistence was 1,328. Base capture, defense points was the 7 defense points because they tried capping us. Made 45,894. And dickhead in the IS-4 that shot me in the back of the turret that was on my team had to pay me 6,947. So I made 52,841, but still lost 42,657. I'm at the point now where with this mode, it's not, to me, it's really not even worth playing. It started out kind of fun. And it was like the first handful of matches. I'd say the first, maybe 8 matches. I was shooting a lot of just standard, or actually premium rounds. Then I switched because I was losing buku, like 50-some thousand credits per match. I thought, screw it. If I pen them, I do. If I don't, I don't. So I started shooting basically all standard rounds, and then I started losing chevron after chevron, going back rank after rank because I wasn't penning anything, because I wasn't shooting premium rounds. And I'm down to 4 million credits out of. I think I started out with like 7 million when I started this mode. I did play some standard battles, but I shot pretty much all standard rounds in those. And so basically, I've lost right around 3.5, 4 million credits to play this mode, so that I can get some bonds. Which, if you look at it, you don't even get enough bonds to buy any of the preferential equipment to take place of, let's say, your gun lane drive or your vents. You can get that better stuff. You click on it and then you click improved. So 5,000 bonds for the top 4. And there's 4,000 for experimental optics and 3,000 for extra spare parts. I mean, after they do this whole beta thing, I don't even know if you get any points for what you've earned doing the beta part of it. But then, so you've got 3 weeks of the actual matches itself. You're not even going to get paid out enough to buy any of this stuff. So it's going to take you like 2 months probably in order to save up the bonds from this set of matches, and then next month in order to save up to get the stuff to throw it on your tank, and you'll be able to maybe afford one of the cheaper things if you're lucky. The only thing, and I've been talking to a lot of people, a lot of buddies that play this game, and the biggest concern we have is, you take your T62 for instance. It's mine's the reload on is 5.45 seconds, and I go getting this preferred equipment and throwing it on there. You can get it down to under 4-second load time, and if you're able to use that in random battles, that is just going to be so freaking unfair. That's going to make the better players better, and the worst players get pissed off and just quit the game. They're going to absolutely get pissed when they're getting hit 4 times in the same tank that they can only put 2 rounds into somebody and they get nailed 4 times. It's just, yeah. I don't think they should allow this equipment to go into random battles. Keep it for the rank battles. That's all. You can only use it in a rank battle, in those tanks and rank battles, and that's it. If it's on your tank and you go into random battles, it automatically defers back to the stock equipment that you can put on there. This stuff here. But I just don't think they should let people use that stuff in the standard random battles. It's just going to give them a way, way unfair advantage. So. I think we need to really voice our opinion to Wargaming if you guys agree. Obviously, the real good players are going to be like, oh, fuck that. I want that equipment in random battles. Yeah, so they can go in there and just damage, farm, everybody and just tear everybody up. And yeah, we need to voice our opinion to Wargaming and send them messages and say, listen, this stuff shouldn't be allowed in random battles. This should be in ranked battles only where you earn it. So who knows? I got a bad feeling they're going to lose a handful of players if they do in fact let it go into standard random battles, which I guess that's the plan so far. So we will see. It'll be interesting. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. You guys take it easy, be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.